My people, another most emotional video so far so good. Make una come gather, make we watch this one together o. But in all, let's give Mohbad a fresh start cause we have all failed in one way or the other. Toxicology results failed. If only we can give in our best for this Mohbad case. It will be a great applaud for this generation in the nearest future. All Mohbad seek for is justice. Not for the Mohbad wey lie down lifeless for morgue, but for our generation to come. Let's give in our best. Let's give it a fresh start. Let's start all over again to make it work. My people, seriously, as I hear this very video, my body weak like idodo wey fall for inside water. Make e no be like say na only me na hear this one. Make we gather hear am live and direct, guys. Mohbad, we are doing all of these things not for him. At least so that generation to come go know say there was once a time they fought for justice in Obodo, Nigeria, and they won the justice. So that people wey dey perpetrate act of evil go know say if dem do am, dem no go go free. And so that they go know talk say justice is everywhere, not in a particular country. So let's start all over again and give it our best. Guys, make we gather watch this one. Make una make sure say una watch am from beginning to the end, so that una go fit chook mouth wetin una think for inside this very video. Make una do well to share, so that other people too go fit come chook mouth for inside this matter. Tell us wetin they also think and wetin they feel for inside this very video. But before then, I still remember una humble girl Rekis. Na me dey bring una latest ogbonge tori. If you never subscribe to this channel, wetin you gain? Abeg subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that they go notify you galang anytime we drop tori like this. Make we gather hear this one live and direct as e dey hot, guys.
Fresh start for everyone. New beginning. Now we have failed. In fact, with the autopsy result, both legal team, both whatever team, or Afenifere or Afenifere, whatever, you failed from that point. Pam! Now, where do we go next? We begin to think. We go back to drawing board. But at this time, where do we go next? And I think my talk tonight will be mainly for the Afeniferes. Please, Afenifere, remember, this case is key. This case is unique. We need to know where we need to go from here on. Are we accepting the result of autopsy? Or we're going to trigger something? Paparano, on your platform, you have pushed private autopsy, now it's like we are like Tobalo Lule. We have Lule. I don't know the English of that. I'm sorry. I wasn't born here. I was born in Nigeria. I only came here.
Lule means failed woefully.
Yeah, we have Lule.
Failed woefully.
So can we get up? I'm a fool. Thank you very much, Twinny. What I want to say is very simple. I've made my point clear. Parano, my mission after my engagement with Jack Joe is harmonize the team, your team. Your team does not involve me because I can't deal with too many anymore. You understand? Baba Mohbad's interview with Kemi brought me, and like, you know, when somebody gives some sort of moral, that was what I got from that finger. And I appeal to everyone. I appeal to all of you. If truly, genuinely, you want justice for Mohbad, harmonize this team. And the earliest time you harmonize the team, the better for the result. Okay? If 2 can achieve 1, 4 can achieve 2, 6 can achieve 3, 8 can achieve 4, and 10 can achieve 5. Imagine how much we can get over time. You know, my own idea is always on the other side because I'm the one that will look at things critically. I will not take what you're telling me on the surface. I will grill you on what you're saying to me. But that does not mean I don't believe what you're saying. It just means I want to double check and I want you to prove to me why I have to believe you. Okay, so kudos to everyone that's putting all the effort, and well done to all of us that decided to go in a separate corner and be watching things. And a massive well done to Baba Mohbad for tonight's interview because his interview brought all of us from our corner into this tonight. Even on this night, we've been bullied, we've been insulted. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, please harmonize this team for the sake of Mohbad. All of us, Mohbad is like son to some of us. Mohbad is like sister, brother to some of us. Mohbad is like elder brother to some of us. Mohbad is like younger brother to some of us. But the question is, on the final note, if Mohbad is your direct blood, if Mohbad is your direct blood, you in the comment section, you up here, will your character still be the same with what you display right now? Thank you very much, Papa Ariano. I'm gone.
Has been functioning in the inquest, accepted San Shettu as being the lead of the justice team, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if the other lawyers, they can come together with San Shettu and make this thing, to work out. Because I believe the teamwork is the one that is going to give us the end results, which is the good results we are all expecting. Please, I will beg as many that are angry one way or the other, or maybe because of a lack of misunderstanding, we are unable to understand each other, please, let's come together. Not for anything, because of Mohbad and because of Baba. From Baba's interview today, he said he needs justice for his son. That the Lagos State government should please come to his rescue. He is unable to sleep. He wants rest too. The way he doesn't have rest, his son too is not yet to rest. Please, let's come together as one body to make sure that we get this justice. And what is going to give us that justice is unity. What I've been observing for the past how many months now that we'll be dragging this, do this, is people want to associate themselves, like let them recognize me that I'm there. I'm in the forefront. And I'm very sure that if all of us come together to do this work, if nobody is going to praise you, your conscience and God will praise you that we have done well. And we should not forget that we are not doing it for Mohbad alone. For our own generation, the yet unborn generation. Because if we're able to flush out all these dirty ones, all these rotten and bad eggs in that country, I think it will be easier for us to say we are part of it. Part of people that started this justice, that we are part of people that God used to cleanse that country. Please, I'm begging you. I'm not part of the team, the justice team. And people that God has been using that have been there. Please bring yourself together and let's work together. And I know that all of us will not labor in vain. Love is what we are all hammering here for. Let the love reign. If there's no love, we cannot do it. With love, we can achieve everything we want to achieve. And I pray that God will give unto us. Justice for mohbad is justice for all. Lady Aries, please calm down. Don't be too I know you're that kind of a person that you want something to be done in a haste, to be done the way it is to be. Don't forget that we are not from the same family. There are some people that they like to crawl. There are some people that they like to jump. There are some people that they don't, if you don't drag them with force, they will neither crawl nor jump. So please look at it that way. I know your thoughts might be different to other people's thoughts, but we are all fighting for this cause. Please let's work together, and I know that God will help us. Please, aristocrats, you've been doing it well. The Almighty God will continue to back every one of us up. Thank you, everybody. Justice for mohbad, justice for all. This
Sometimes we don't need to all work together. There's what they call division of labor. We cannot sleep and face one directions. We have to attack it in all ramifications. This is where we are missing it. We don't have to all work together. We only have to work whatever assignment you have, you do it diligently because you have to connect the dots at the end of the line. We are missing it if we say, let us work together.
Iris, let me say something. Working together in the sense that this is your own area, that you see, okay, you are good in this area, aristocrat is good in this area, I'm good in this area. As legal, as those the lawyers, they can brainstorm together to know which step and what to do. The issue here is, let everyone, every department hold on to their, hold on to whatever assignment given to them, and let them do it. And they cannot do it by not communicating with others. They communicate with each other to be able to make sure that that thing come out very well. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they should all be in one.
All
We
right,
should put all our egg in one basket. No, if Shettu is doing his own, and Bankole and other they are doing their own, let them be in the same line, in the same circle. That this is
I
what we
got
are fighting for.
you.
That is the unity I'm talking about.
All right, sweetie. All right then. But
One
but
love keep us together. Mose, make I answer your question, Ojari. Now, this is what I'm going to say. I think immediately after the last inquest, on my
Okay, sir.
platform, this is what I prefer. Number one, I expected some actions from the legal team of Mr. Joseph Aloba. And the action was this. They ought, instead of doing that press release of apologizing to Falano, since they've called Falano and spoken with Falano, both his lawyer and himself, they don't need to do anything. What they ought to come out to say that day, as they ought, was to say, my client rejected this autopsy report. Let it be registered. Number one, further information will be given. That was what I expected. And I said that day after the inquest that at this stage where we are, I do not see the autopsy report as negative. It depends on how you see things. Are you pessimistic? If you're pessimistic, you're going to see it half empty. But I see things half full. Now, that report, as it were, have pointed to a number of things. And part of those things that it has pointed to then necessitated that they need to apply for that document and give it to another pathologist to translate to them. And they will then ask that pathologist some question that will help them in the next inquest for them to cross-examine Professor something Kunle, Professor and Consultant Shoyemi, to ask him more questions. Number one, around rigor mortis. That would be my only question for him. And if he's able to establish rigor mortis, we'll be able to ask him, what time do you think the disease died? And if the disease did not die on Tuesday, then there is no need for us to be talking here, because everybody have been sent to a different direction. Then the people that gave us the date of his death all have to be rounded up and charged to court for perjury. Number one. Number two, this is the time that all lawyers that are supporting justice for mohbad need to come together as a team, share notes, speak with a vision. Then each of them can now go into court, manning their position and shooting from all angles for them to ensure that they set the matter straight. And that is what I expect. Now, like that woman that you spoke about, they can invite her. She's representing the MBA of Ikorodu. They can invite her. She will come to the meeting and they will all share the vision. Everybody knows what they have to do. They don't have to come and say, we are now loyal to Baba Mohbad. No, they are lawyers in their right. Professor Bankole Chamber is Professor Smith at Bankole Chamber. They are lawyers in their right. But everybody shares a vision. So where they need to come and share notes is when they know this is what we want to do. So you take this line of questioning, you take this line of questioning. And when all the lawyers are talking, they are addressing things and they will be able to open better perspective. This is what we have the case. And if this is achieved, we know we are going forward. But this is my problem. The people I called Egbe Afenifere, everybody should understand Yoruba. And I have the reason for not saying well wishers. Me, I don't see them as Egbe Afenifere. I see them as Egbe Afenifere. Because if they are a real Afenifere, as Afenifere, the name connotes, we should have been in a better position on this case. On every platform, and even especially on Paparano's platform, we've all come together, argue with each other, smile, fight, and combat. But we always come out with a better perspective to this case. And these people, each time they come to this platform and they are questioned, they claim as if they know what they are doing, but actually they don't know what they are doing. Because they always come and say, we listen. But those solutions that have been given to them, they will never do it. For example, just what you are saying and what Madam Iodi just ended with, that they should come together for them to do this thing well. We've been talking about coming together before now. We are not saying anybody should be under anybody. We are not saying anybody should take over the job of Baba's lawyer. Others lawyers have been paid for by other people. But come together, share the same vision so that you can all ensure that we are fighting against principalities. We are fighting against some people who want to throw this case under the table. So when they all understood this, when they come to court, they fight from different angles in order for them to ensure that this case, they achieve justice, as everybody wants justice to be. That is what we are asking of. Nobody is going to come and say, Shettu, we want to share your money. Smith, we want to share your money. No, we are not sharing it. We are saying you are all professionals. You are legal professionals. What we want is for you to share notes. And when you have shared notes, go to court and act as a uniform front for the people. At the end of the day, the state itself that is going to prosecute this matter will prosecute this matter on behalf of the people. because it is people that the state is persecuting it for. But if we don't do this, we find out that we still come here and argue the same thing. When you ask them questions, they will say we listen. But what do you do when you listen? We pick whatever we think we pick. The rest, throw it away. And we are not going there. I think these are the fundamentals. These are simply the fundamentals. We cannot achieve what we all should achieve if we continue to be mediocres. People will waste their time, take time off their works, take time from their loved ones. People will use their data, do as much as they can, educate themselves about this case, and continue to engage themselves for them to have a way out. And the same core people that are Egbe Afenifere will be listening. But what are they listening to? They are listening on how they can attack one person that says something that is wrong. They are not listening to solution that will help the matter. They are listening, but they are not digesting. They only listen to what they know. If we don't do this thing, if we go back to these people for support, they will not give it to us. So let us give it to them. In other words, let us give them what they want so that we can get what we want. Because that is what I see personally. Because if it is, let us listen to what they've said. Let us try it. Let us see if it will work. If it doesn't work, let us go back to them. Yes, we listen to you. This is what you said. We've tried it, but it did not work. This is what we are going to try. And people will say, great. But we are not seeing that. What we are seeing is bickering, fighting, pulling each other down, and calling names. We aren't going to go nowhere, bro. We're not going to go nowhere. We will continue to dance around the same cycle. And that, for me, is the sad part of this whole fiasco. We will continue to talk to keep the matter up. Mr. Loba is doing his part. But those who he reaches out to say, please, what do you think about this? How and what are they advising him on? He comes out and says, this is what I want. Help me. We are giving the help. Are the people that are claiming that they have access to him, and they will come out when you question them, they will say, you too have access to him. Are they advising him well? This man has not acted like Tinu Minimashe, it is what is inside me that I will do. He's reaching out to some people to say, what do you think? But yet, the question is this: there are no bad leaders. Bad leaders are probably surrounded by bad advisors. Everybody have good and bad. But what is your degree of goodness and what is the degree of bad? If we don't get this thing right, well, we will be the same place where we are. I hope I've been able to answer you, Comrade Mose.
My brother, that's a brilliant and a professional response. But and you actually did the justice to it. But the way it is, it looks like there are some people that are existing, and they are not ready to embrace this kind of ideas, opinion, and they are not ready to allow beef rest, sentiment apart, and so on and so forth. And the more they keep to remain on that track, the more we continue to experience crisis at all time. But I don't know. I wish Chairman could be here, because the other time she was talking about one email, justiceformohbad@gmail.com. So if he could have that kind of email with him, then I believe strongly that probably is closer to people who are the advisory team or are in the arms of the affairs and probably he could have given his own thoughts about this, you know, because the man that came up the other time, his response was it's not a productive response. It's not a celestial response. It's not a response that can take us to anywhere. Here we are not all about we are not all about champion. Who is the champion or whose name is head most? We are all about results. We are all about getting justice. And some people are speaking different languages. And that's why I had to come up to cite the example of that particular woman that is doing very great in court. And nobody is paying her, you know. So I really don't know how we can get to the people who are the organizers and see how we can rub minds with them so that all this talk, all this question and answers, all this brainstorming that we do every day, we're not just floating in the air, you know. So
Sorry, the gentleman that came the other time, that is chairman. I remember when he started. You know, there's something I observe, right? Good people come with good energy. They come in, they want to do their paint when they see this thing. In fact, they will say everything is slow. Why is this not done? Why is that not done? Some persons will just be behind the scene laughing. Now you come and be okay, welcome. Just give that person few weeks. You will see how they will manage that person. In fact, they will make everything, stressful for that person. They'll make everything bore. Like the person will begin to wonder whether, what is going on? This same person, chairman, when he started, another time, we're briefing him and giving him information. In fact, I was the one who said, connect to Lady Harris. Through Lady Harris, you can connect to that gentleman, Gurexin, and then you can be part of their team and you see what is going on there. And then later, the group that they formed, which included him himself, they dissolved it. The group was dissolved. So everybody had to find his way. So you get, it's just that the man is strong. If it were some people, you would not even see him coming around or talking about justice anymore. You would have